Yeah, great.
Whoa, this ain't going.
Be down the side. And
But I appreciate everybody on the chat tonight for your comments. Welcome back to the Bee Connection. Glad to have everybody with us so far. I am very thankful that we don't have two screens tonight. I will say that StreamYard had some kind of new program. I accidentally clicked that last week, and that gave us a dual screen. I will say we had the most people ever watching our stream having dual screens. So that was a little different, but
That's funny.
That's definitely not the way I want to do it. So
yeah, the stream team did the same thing last night on their stream. They had two different streams going on.
Yeah, it's just a new feature on StreamYard, and said it was the best, and I clicked it, and that definitely was not the best. So, yeah. Anyway, did get my bees moved to Bermuda Run down there, Keith. So
that's high class bees.
Oh, they're nice bees now. Yeah,
they're going to come back with their pinky extended.
Yeah, that's a high end area, but I did have a really good friend that had a lot that I could put them on, and I was thankful to take them down there with some warmer weather. So
cool.
Yeah. Speaking of warmer weather, I do see that next week we are going to get cold again. And from what I was gathering off the YouTube, if anybody watches Ryan Hall, he says we're going to be stuck in this pattern. So the temperatures are definitely going to cool down for us up here in the mountains. Possibility some snow maybe for Thanksgiving. We'll see what happens. So I hope everybody's got their bees tucked in and ready to go. Like I said, I got my bees off the mountain, so I was very happy with that. And then I'd like to talk a little bit about we have some witch hazel blooming up here, and that's the last pollen that we get. So maybe we'll get into the chat a little bit later on and talk a little bit about witch hazel or any kind of flower that blooms late that might be the last pollen source. Because I know Keith said his bees were out, so down in his area. So how are those bees down there, Keith? They got anything?
The only thing I've got around here blooming is a couple of camellia bushes. They're just loaded with blooms right now, and the bees are all over them. But like I told you earlier, there's a lot more bees than there are camellia bushes. So a lot of the ladies they're out flying, but they're coming home empty-handed. I put out some pollen sub just to see if they'd mess with it, and there's a few bees on it, but nothing like it is back in the or like it was back in the spring when they were really after something. But I did get to I went through all my hives and all the ones of the people that I help and did a oxalic acid vapor treatment. My one for November. I like to do a single in November, December, January, February. So I got my singles done for all the hives that I look after for November. And I'm glad to say I always like to check the mite drops. I have all screen boards on mine, and mite drops look really good day or two after the treatment. So really happy with that. So ladies are looking good. All the hives are equalized pretty nice. Got 26 going into winter. 2 of those are 3-story 5-frame nukes. So what would that be, 24 big hives? So yeah. That's a few ahead of where I was this time last year. So that kind of goes against I don't want any I don't want any more hives than I had this year, so I'm already messing that up. But we'll see. How it
Typical
works
beekeeper.
out. You know how those bees are; they just never listen to us. So, yeah, so far so good. Gosh, the winter, we've only had a couple of days below freezing so far, so it's been pretty gentle so far. Looks like next week, based on your temps, will be 40s and 60s. So that's still pretty sweet for fall.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good working weather. You can run a chainsaw in that weather.
I wouldn't do that late. Yeah, maybe I have done that late before. So, speaking of weather, I hear they may have some record heat down there in the south where Philip's at. So, what's going on in your area, Philip?
Yeah, it's warm, but it's been raining since last night. Almost. I took a break this morning, but it's been raining almost nonstop. But I think we had like 3 inches overnight, and I think we've had at least a couple more today. So it's been
Wow.
Flash flood warnings and all that stuff around here. So
Wow.
yeah,
Is that same rain that was hanging out in Todd's area a few days ago out in California?
Could be. I don't know. You know what? I hadn't been paying attention to the weather. It's been just kind of, dry and pretty warm for a while. But I got a text from Mike, Minnesota Mike, saying that he said we were going to get 4 inches, and I was like, "What?" I checked it out, and he was right. So Mike's my weatherman. He's my personal weatherman.
Is it fairly flat down your way?
Yeah, it's pretty flat right here where I am. You don't have to go very far in either direction to just get a little bit hilly, but nothing like where you live.
Yeah.
But
I was just thinking 4 inches on the flat. That's a lot of water.
Yeah. We don't have they had that.
Uh-oh.
Here it's just there's a couple of rivers that'll leave the banks, that kind of thing. There's a reservoir not too far from here, and there has been talk about what happens if that dam gives way, because there's going to be a lot of people underwater if that happens.
Yeah, that don't sound good. Let's see. Hope Sadler was asking a question here, Ricky.
Okay. Right here.
How close are y'all to Elkin?
Man,
You're a pretty good ways away.
Yeah, maybe an hour away, but Keith, you're right there, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got one lady that I help with her bees in Elkin. I'm not but about 25 minutes away, something like that. Fairly close.
Yeah. Somebody's asking if I'm going to the Texas convention.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm going to see my mom tomorrow, so I haven't seen her it'll be about a month since I've seen her. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I wish I could go. I know Mike Berry's over there helping out, and I kind of missed an opportunity. I don't know if Mike could have, but I was going to try to meet him on his way over there, but I would have had to done it yesterday at the farm. But I talked to him a little bit on the phone this morning. But yeah, he's helping John at Hilco, their booth. So I hate having to miss seeing him. But no, I'm not going to make it this year. I went last year, but I'm not making it this year.
Is that a pretty big conference down there, Philip, or is it medium? I mean, what's your? How many people are showing up for that?
Yeah, I see somebody writing said my audio is cracking. I may get off of these thing.
Okay.
If you can bear with me, I think there was only about 300, 400 people there when I went last year, but it may not have been the regular. I think what I went to was like the half year conference in Plano. I think it was just one day. This is their big conference. I've never been to it, so I don't know how big it gets. They had a really nice lineup of speakers though.
Okay.
Let me see here.
If you want to switch that up, Philip, we'll talk a little bit about the witch hazel that I was going to bring up. So this is a plant that grows up here in the mountains of North Carolina. Actually, they do a lot of herbs and stuff with it. It's really high in what did it say? I can't remember exactly what it says, but witch hazel is a unique pollinator plant with unusual blooming times. They're perfect for honeybees because they provide wintertime food, which happens right now for us. And also, I didn't know this, that it can actually, there's a species that blooms in the spring, early spring, maybe even earlier than the maples. So I did not know that. A very good plant for your bees. They do produce a lot of pollen. This time of year, you'll see a real light pollen coming in. Almost looks like dandelion pollen coming into the hives. So if you have any witch hazel, that's great. If anybody in the chat has something similar to this that's a late pollen, I'd like to know about it. I think it's really cool to think about these things in your that you might want to plant around your bee yard. So.
Yeah, I have a couple of witch hazels down here, but I think mine are the early spring bloomers. They're not blooming right now.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So,
Can you guys hear me a little bit better?
Yes, that's a whole lot better. Yeah.
Okay, good. So, yeah, the only thing we have blooming around here, I don't even know what it is. It's like a hedge that has little white flowers on it, and then there's a what is it? That's got a purple flower. It's an ornamental sage. I have one in my front yard, and I see them on the side of the road. And usually the bees really work those, but I've been noticing they're not working. They're blooming, but the bees aren't working them. So I'm wondering if they're not providing anything. They're just kind of a fake bloom. I don't know, because the bees are definitely desperate. I put some buckets and stuff out here for them to clean up, and they just mob it. And they're definitely wanting something.
Yeah. So Brent's saying something about broomweed. I've never heard of that. I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah,
go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, we have a lot of broomweed down at my farm, but I would imagine I haven't been there in about 3 or 4 weeks. But I would imagine it's pretty much wrapped up, or by now. But yeah, broomweed has a yellow flower. Looks a little bit like an aster, but the difference is it comes up and it branches out like a witch's broom. Lots of little branches, little tiny branches, and each one of them have a little flower on them.
Yeah, I was looking at it online here. They call it a snakeweed too. You ever heard it called snakeweed?
No.
Okay.
I don't know where it gets that name. Broomweed makes more sense.
Yeah. And Rodney says that me and you can switch some of your witch hazel, Keith, so I can have some in early spring. You have some of it late fall. So I think it's a great idea.
Okay.
But
yeah, I've had those bushes a long time. Before I had bees, I had those bushes. So they've been here for 20 years or so.
The last thing I get down at the farm are those purple asters.
Yeah,
there's not a whole lot of them there, but they're
interesting. Yeah, our asters come and go at the kind of at the end of the goldenrod. The asters come and go. But the bees love them.
Any mushrooms or anything late winter that the bees can get some pollen, maybe some things from? Does anybody know? Anybody ever heard of that?
Good question.
One thing that I've got that's interesting, I've done a couple of shorts on it. I'll probably do one again this year because it's cool. I have something that runs out in the woods called running cedar. Y'all ever heard of that? It's like a ground cover. Gosh, the ground is almost green with it, and it looks like kind of like a cedar tree, but it grows as ground cover. But late winter, they'll shoot a little sprout up that looks like a little, almost like a little antenna, and you can thump them. And a poof of pollen comes out of them. This is the dead of winter, and those things are putting out pollen in the dead of winter. So I've never seen a bee on one, but yeah, you walk through the woods and it's like you're like Pigpen on Charlie Brown with a trail of dust behind you when you kick those things. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, Clay, I agree with you. There have been a lot of things that's been blooming that shouldn't be blooming, back and forth with the warmer weather. So, hey, Tim and Hannah, how y'all doing tonight?
Yeah, somebody posted the other day. It might have been Tennessee Tim. Had some dead nettle or henbit blooming. in
Really?
Tennessee.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
I told him I was going to put supers on. So.
No doubt. Yeah. Rick says he has some creep and myrtle trees blooming. Yeah.
I think that that mustard comes in down in Florida pretty early. I think, probably by December it'll be coming in. But it didn't come in our area until probably February, end of February.
Anybody else got anything that blooms really late, gives you a little bit of pollen or that last little boost that your bees might need? It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, mine are. I'm sure I mentioned it probably last week that I kind of get penalized. I usually put my Hive Alive fondant patties on earlier than most people do, but the only downside to that is they eat a lot of fondant patties. But man, I've got some hives. I've got a couple of hives that are fixing to have their third patty already.
Oh my gosh!
And the hives are like a bucket of rocks. I mean, they're plumb full of stores, but man, they're going after the potato chips. They're like Charlie with the popcorn and the chips. Him and Bill. So yeah, the ladies are they're at the buffet having fun.
I tell you what, them bees are going to explode in the spring. They'll be swarming everywhere, Keith. You better have a bunch of swarm traps up.
Yeah, I've never put pollen on my bees.
I'll be wishing they'd fly away anyway, but I'll chase them. We'll see. We still got a lot of winter to go. We really ain't even had winter yet. So, but yeah, it's supposed to get cold. I know the end of next week. About the time you start having any kind of Thanksgiving get-togethers, it's supposed to get pretty chilly around here.
Yeah. Well, your bees are already stuffed like turkeys. You just probably eat some of them there, Keith.
Yeah, I think on one of my videos, I forgot what I called them. Piggy bees.
Piggy bees.
Honey hogs. That was it. Honey hogs.
Honey hogs.
Yeah,
I like to check them out though. A lot of times you can go up there and it's one day last week it was about 36 degrees, 37 degrees, and peep in the top, and they're up in the fondant patty, at 37 degrees. So they're not in a tight cluster at all at 37 degrees.
Yeah, they put something in that Hive Alive because they'll pick that over anything else.
Yeah,
I've never used it, but I just see that over and over on YouTube.
It's got some honeybee crack in it or something.
Can't remember that guy's name that he put his on and they ate it in like 3 days. He's like, well, that's it. I'm not buying anymore. Forget what his name is.
Yeah, and I've got some hives that put on at the same time have barely eaten a hole in the middle. So it varies. It's amazing how much it varies hive to hive. So and if you open the top, population would be about the same. If you look at them flying, it looks about the same, but they're munchy. I guess they want more munchies than others for some reason.
Yeah, I need to get out to one of my yards and see if they need food. I can feed liquid pretty much year round. I might have to wait 2 weeks or something, but for the most part,
some of that cold weather is supposed to get down really south there, Philip. You may feel a little bit of this next cold blast coming in, and it's supposed to be after Thanksgiving. I think when the next big one's supposed to hit.
We got about 2-3 days where it got down close to freezing, but in the high 30s, but it didn't stay there. I mean, last week it was mid 80s all week, and even now with the rain, it's still in the 70s. So I'm ready for it to cool off a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Yeah, we need some cold weather. I mean, that that does some things for us. We definitely need it. So
Yeah.
but it's
Definitely
early.
gets
We
to
still
be.
got most of our coldest weather comes usually January, February anyway. So
Yeah.
so we'll see.
February for us is crazy. It could be 10 degrees or it could be 80.
Yeah.
It's just up and down.
Hey,
Yeah.
Keith, Lee sent me a little bit of an article about some of the North Carolina bats. I don't know if you've read anything about it. They've got a fungus that's growing on them now that's actually killing them. And, I got to thinking about it. Those bats really probably pick off a lot of wax moths and stuff that affect our bees later on. You know what I'm saying? So it's amazing how, with Hurricane Helene, and then you hear about the bats, that our bees are getting affected by things that we don't even really know. When there's an extra pest to hurt your colonies and stuff that you don't even think about. So,
Right.
maybe these wax moths are getting picked off by the bats, but now you don't have the bat resources to pick those off. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't heard that. I put up a couple of bat boxes this year, but I haven't seen any activity. So I got some bait. I mean, this time of year they're probably not doing a whole lot anyway. I guess they hibernate since they're little, they winged mammals.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'll have to look that up. I hadn't heard it, but yeah, I mean, all of that stuff is all hung together. The Mother Nature has a balance on stuff when everything's as it should be.
Yep.
You got a critter and you got something that eats the critter. When we run into trouble is when you get a critter from mostly from Asia that we don't have a critter to eat it. And then you got troubles.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Sometimes when you do like a cave tour or something, they'll make you put on little footies over your shoes because they don't want you tracking in.
well, they call that the guano. Is that it?
Guano.
Something. Yeah. The bat poop.
Yeah.
Supposed to be great fertilizer.
Yeah. Well, I think they make you put the footies on so you don't spread the disease.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like going in the hospital. They're afraid you on your shoes will track in the stuff that's hurting those bats.
Lita sent me the link to that bat story.
Yeah, it's really interesting if you get a chance to read it, and it's something to think about, something we don't even think about. But if that's killing down the wax moths or anything that's crawling at night, that might get into your colonies, that's
bats.
That's a big loss.
They're bug eating machines.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. Right. Sometimes it takes a while for some of these creatures to get a little bit of a taste for some of these bugs.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of food, I hadn't seen Tom and Melissa on yet, but I always find it very interesting that, gosh, she's got him planned out. I don't know how he's not a huge person. Look at all this food that she plans for him to eat every day.
It's pretty amazing.
I mean, she's got him. This is what you're eating, and then I seen something about gluten-free stuffed in here at the bottom. So I was going to ask him about this when he comes on here tonight. So she's got a whole menu for him. So
me and Michelle's menu is not quite that organized.
Mine's not either, I tell you. So I'm quite impressed, to be honest with you guys.
Yeah.
Hold on now. It's missing a day, right? It's missing the weekends here.
Well,
I wonder what happens on the weekends.
Well, they're always eating out. So I'm going to plan. I think one of those is they're probably eating out. So
interesting.
Yeah, Rodney, I snagged this. I snagged this off their Facebook page. Actually, Melissa's Facebook page has this on there, so I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, mine would vary according to how long the leftovers would last after each big dinner. So
there's your little comment right there. Read the bottom. If anybody can see
Lord.
it.
The writing's a little bit tiny.
Oh, Saturday, Sunday. Everybody in our house is capable of fending for themselves.
She don't cook Friday through Sunday. Everybody in our
Oh.
house is capable of feeding themselves. Okay, fending for themselves.
Definitely has a good little dinner menu there. So that's awesome.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I was very impressed when I seen it. So I was kind of hinting to my wife if she's listening tonight. Maybe that's something we need to do. So,
Well, that's the conversation every day around here. What you want for supper? I don't know. What you want for supper? I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you want for supper?
mm-hmm.
So, when you go out to eat, it's got to be
where you want to go. I don't care.
Where you want to go, and then you'll say, "Okay, let's go to so and so," and they'll go, "Oh, I don't want to go there."
Yeah, anywhere you want to go. Let's go so and so. No, I don't want to go there.
Why'd you ask me? If you...
my wife's listening in the next room. I'll be in trouble here shortly.
We're all going to be in trouble after I posted that. I
is
apologize.
the truth.
So, yeah, there it is.
Is that seed for the soul?
Taco Bell. Some of that authentic Mexican cuisine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me tell you something, Keith. Ruth was talking to me the other day, and she's talking to me in Spanish. And I said, I don't understand Taco Bell. And I thought the shoe was going to slap me across the head before I could even move.
Yeah, you need to stay away from places that put their condiments in caulking guns.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, that's usually a red flag. When you got guacamole in a tube.
Yeah.
It actually
Hello,
sounds
Melissa.
pretty good though.
Hello. Sorry, I still had YouTube open.
Hello.
How are you guys?
Hey, must.
We
She's
were
coming on to defend herself.
Well,
Yep.
we're just actually finishing up dinner, so I was washing dishes and it was a little bit loud, so we're doing that. So what's going on besides talking about dinner?
We was just impressed with your schedule, I must say, and hopefully my wife got the message. We'll see what happens.
So I have to say that came out of frustration. That menu, I've been doing it for like probably 15 at least years now, because when our twin boys were about 4, I went back to work full time, and the most frustrating part of the day was, like you guys said, coming home and trying to figure out what to make for dinner. So I think I sat down one night for about an hour or so and made a 3-month. Well, I made a big list of all the foods we like to eat, and I made 3 months worth of a menu that didn't repeat at all. And so then I just kind of over the years added to it, and I just kind of rotate those menus ongoing. So it's just easier. It's easier to shop that way. It's easier. I don't have to think about what I'm making for dinner. So yeah, everybody's always like, how'd you do that? I'm like, it wasn't that hard, but it took a little bit of time. And now I don't have to try to figure out what to make for dinner every night.
So you've made Tom eat the same thing at the same day for the last 3 years, is what you're saying?
No, I change it up because I have,
No wonder his spirits are broken. Goodness.
Get him, Michael.
He's like spaghetti for the 14th year in a row on Tuesday night. Jeez. Kill me, woman.
I lost you guys for a second. So what'd you say?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing at all.
It's probably better that way.
No.
Don't make them force her mad. Just be quiet.
The AI saved you, Mike.
So what?
Yeah.
The AI saved you.
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah, that's what it was.
Todd's been approving my menus monthly now.
Yeah. Great menus. Ain't that right, Todd?
So our one son is gluten and dairy free. So that's why all that dairy free and gluten free,
Okay.
reminders are on there. What I need
I
to
thought
correct.
you had just had that on there for Tom to make him skinny. So
Yeah. No, our one son is gluten and dairy free. So
Yeah, Michelle
So Michael-
posted a while ago and said I was pretty easy. I wasn't very picky. So yeah, if we can't decide, we can just have nachos. That's always good with me.
yeah.
some kind of nachos, chicken, beef, hamburger,
Yeah.
pork, whatever.
So, Michael, you at a conference or something? You said you was in a hotel. What you got going on?
Oh yeah, I'm down here in Waco for that Texas their fall conference.
Been
Yeah.
pretty good so far.
Yeah, today was like yesterday was all set up. Today was like half a day of setup, and they were doing master beekeeping testing all afternoon. So those are the only people I saw. The actual everybody conference tomorrow and Saturday.
Okay.
But yeah, I've gotten hit pretty good already. They put a good dent in it so far.
Awesome.
Which doesn't hurt my feelings, man. I spent 2 hours pushing a cart up and down a ramp and loading my stuff in, so it won't hurt my feelings not to have to do that on the way out. It was
it's nice to
miserable.
sell out if you can, right?
Yeah, I'm already regretting the mixture of stuff I brought. Apparently, as usual, I brought too much of one thing and not enough of the right thing, which is completely opposite of other places. So I'm still just guessing anymore. So. It's nice down here. It's like at home. It was in the mid 80s. It's storming here, but it's still like in the low 80s today. It's strange. I came down here loaded up. I was in flip flops and shorts when I was loading in.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Even
warmer than
even
it
back
usually
home,
is.
it's like in the mid 70s. I think until Friday, then we're gonna cool back down to where we should be.
Have they talked about how many people are there, Mike, or are they just waiting to see?
No, so originally, I sent back stuffers a few weeks back, and I was trying to think. I think I sent like 500 because they were talking fours, and I always just send extras. And they came by today and gave me my extras that were left over so I could reuse them. And I didn't count them, but there was probably a good 100 in it. So I'm guessing pre-registered, they're high threes, maybe low 400s, somewhere in that range. I mean, I got a chunk back, but I mean, yeah, I mean, they may give me 100 back. I'm not really sure.
What do you mean? What are they giving you?
What?
What do you mean they give you 100 back?
I sent back stuffers, like inserts. They gave me back the
okay.
extras they didn't need
I
for the
gotcha.
bags. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I guess pre-registered, they're probably close to 400 somewhere. They had to move the room the day I came up. The air conditioning went out, so when I got here, they had another room available, and they were just starting to put up the drapes and all that, and got it all moved and everything situated. So it's all back to normal again.
I don't want to. If anybody's listening from Texas, just cover your ears because I'm not volunteering for anything. But I was looking into going, and there's like no penalty for registering the day of. So they could definitely improve and get their numbers up earlier if they would put a little bit of a penalty for the day of register and the non-Texas Bee Association, non-member fee is the same. So it's only like $10 difference. Only like a $10 penalty for registering in the last day or two.
So, Melissa, you want to talk about this right here?
Sure. Well, that's actually Philip's baby. So Philip wants to talk
it.
about it. He can go ahead.
All right.
I don't know that it's mine, but yeah, Melissa's been working hard on this, so don't give me any credit at all. I've just been shooting down every idea she throws at me and gets it right. But yeah,
I'm gonna grab a list real quick. Go ahead, Philip.
Well, you're going to have to give the report on what people have donated. I'm assuming this will turn into like it did last year. We'll have pictures of all the prizes on it. But,
definitely, yep.
Hey guys, real quick, my hotel Wi-Fi sucks, so if I vanish multiple times, just be expecting it.
All right. Appreciate it, Michael.
I would like for some people out there to just see if they could zoom in on that QR code. I don't know if you can make that bigger or not, Ricky.
Let me see here.
Let me try
and see if it works. My phone wouldn't work on it, but
I tried it earlier
mine
today and
works.
it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just tried it and mine worked just fine.
Okay, good.
I think it's some setting on my phone.
And I've got my screen, on the StreamYard on a really small screen too, so it still worked pretty well. Picked it right up. Yeah.
But yeah, Melissa, do you have an update on was it James that sent us a text or something about what he was doing? He did like a whole bunch of honeys, right? Wasn't it James Noel?
So James Noel Noel, I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. Hasn't told me exactly what he's doing yet. He said he's going to do a gift basket. Mr. J.
I saw the list. I thought I saw a picture. Did it just come to me? I don't think it did.
Maybe it just came to you, or maybe I just didn't see it.
But he said he was going to send pictures of it.
Yeah. So he is doing a gift basket. I don't have complete details on everything yet. We have Mr. JW is donating 2 box crackers, one for 8 frame, one for 10 frame, that he's made himself. He sent me pictures of those. They look very nice. Mr. Phil Kent is donating a $100 gift card to Hillco. Mr. Philip Morris is donating a bee house, which is a 4x4 stackable swarm trap. Mr. Mark Zenner out of Georgia, I believe, is donating 1 gallon jug of Type Bond 3. JJ Stevens said they'll do a gift basket. And so far we are doing an observation, donating a 1 deep frame observation hive. So if anybody else would like to donate items for the raffle, that would be great. You can contact myself or Philip, and our email addresses are right there on the flyer. Our plan is to get all of the raffle items together by the end of the month. If you want to donate something, we just need the description, the value, and a picture so that we can post it on the flyer so people know what they're buying tickets for. So we want to get all the raffle items submitted by the end of the month and then have everything advertised by the beginning of December for people to buy tickets. The tickets are live. You can start buying tickets now. We're waiting to accumulate all the donations before I start publishing all of them, because otherwise I'll have to just keep updating every day, and it's easier just to get everything together and update it all at once. But again, if you go back to that flyer, Ricky, that QR code on the bottom will take you to the directly to the Hives for Heroes campaign, and that money goes directly to Hives for Heroes. It's not like a holding place for me or Philip to then transfer to Hives for Heroes. It goes directly to Hives for Heroes. Philip contacted them. Who'd you contact, Philip? I can't remember.
Craig Midget.
Craig, yeah. And worked with Craig to get that set up so that we didn't have to handle any monies. We didn't have to transfer any money to them. It just goes directly to them, which is amazing. And then they are able to, because the tickets are $5 for each ticket or $6 for 20. Is that right, Philip?
Yes, that's right.
And then,
no, I'm sorry. It's 5 for 20.
Okay. And we'll get a report of exactly who bought what. So you don't have to, get back to us and say, oh, I bought this many tickets or, whatnot. We'll get that report from Hives for Heroes. So we'll know exactly who bought how many tickets. Now, I will say there are certain items that are going to be available only for pickup at Nobby, just because shipping is expensive. So the way you handled that last year, Philip, was everybody was watching the live when the raffle was going on that night, the picking. And if an item came up, your name goes in a general pot, and we pick an item, pick a name. If that particular item has to be picked up at Nobby and you are not going to be at Nobby, you let them pick a different item, right? That hadn't been drawn for yet, correct? Is that how you did it last year?
have to think about that. I think so. I think that's what it was.
I think we drew names for all the items that had to be picked up at Nobby first.
Right.
That way we could get those out of the way. And if you were not going to be at Nobby and your name got picked for one of those items, you got to choose one of the other items that did not have to be picked up at Nobby.
We definitely drew those first and did that.
So if you're not going to Nobby, don't feel like you can't participate in this raffle. You definitely can. There will be other items for you to win and pick from. And, you know, it's a lot of fun. It all goes to a great cause. And it was so much fun last year getting that group picture in front of the expo backdrop and, you know, holding up that big check and getting it to Hives for Heroes. That was, you know, we had a good sized group in that photo. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little disappointed because you sent me a text. You said it was Kent, and you said he a gallon of what was it he's providing?
Mark Zenner is doing a gallon jug of Type Bond 3.
Okay. Because your text, it must have been the autocorrect. It said Type Bottom 3. I was hoping you'd come on here and call it that. I wasn't even going to correct you on the text because I was just waiting. Oh man, this is all I care about is hearing Melissa say,
That's a whole
Type Bottom 3.
That's a whole different raffle, Philip.
That's going to be the grand prize.
Oh, it does. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. That's a whole different raffle. But yeah, if anybody would like to donate towards that, we would love your contribution. Just, you know, like I said, email Philip or myself, Facebook message. Well, Philip's not on Facebook. You can Facebook message me through via Honeybees, and I'll get that. But Mark Zenner's on here. If you want to change your donation, Mark, let us know.
and let us know where you get that stuff.
Oh my word.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyway, but yes, we appreciate any donations. Just get a hold of myself or Philip through the email or Facebook Messenger. And, you know, we just need a description of what you're donating, a picture of it, and the value so that I can get you on the list.
Well, hey, while y'all are on here, you can help me decide what I'm going to give to this, okay? So
one of those dog beds?
I didn't think about the dog bed. I was thinking frames. I could. No, I was trying to decide.
Grammy, that's awesome. Thank you.
I can hear you better with headphones, but I can't hear myself talk. So I've got like a few different options. So tell me what you guys think would be more useful. Like, say like a set of deep frames and a set of medium with a drone frame is like a starter kit for somebody. Or like a supering kit, like 20 or 30 medium frames. Or like a mixture of some mediums with some cut comb thrown in. A dog bed for Melissa, or
let's be for Tom.
Tom keeps telling me he needs one for you. You tell me you need one for him. You guys, I can't make one big enough for both of you, so you gotta decide.
No, I know what Keith's gonna say. Keith's gonna say mediums.
Oh well. No matter what it is, I've got to go back and take actual pictures of a full kit. So I'm giving you something.
What you could do if you're going to give a box of frames, you could just say mediums or deeps. Your choice, right? You'll be.
Yeah, you can do that, Michael, if you want.
Well, I was gonna do more than a box. I was gonna do like a big kit of like multiples of stuff. So I'm trying to keep people from having to get a hold of people and decide on things and bounce messages and just say, here it is.
Right.
Well, last year what we did is we had them we gave the winners contact information to the whoever created the item.
Right.
And then let you guys kind of get together and do the shipping information and whatnot. So if you wanted to do like choose your own, here's, you know, 3 boxes of whatever, choose your own size, it would just be that person would have to contact you to tell you what sizes they preferred if you wanted to do something like that.
I'm trying to make my life more simple, not complicated.
Yeah. Well, then
I'll figure something out.
Somebody last year wasn't going to Nobby, but they lived nearby, so they actually drove up there, and whoever had the prize walked it out to the parking lot and gave it to them. Also, if you know somebody who's going, then you could.
Do you know where a good place is to pick up their winnings at Nobby is? The No Life Be Life dinner.
Ah, yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Smart
you're gonna make them go to that thing just to get a prize. Like they're supposed to win something, not get punished.
That is going to be the place everybody wants to be on Wednesday night.
All the cool kids.
All the cool kids will be there.
I'll make.
How many cool kids we got so far, Melissa?
Like 85 last time I checked. Here's the flyer for that.
Yeah, set it up there, and maybe my wife will flash it because I still haven't put in my group in there yet.
It's on the bottom. I don't know if I need to. You need to click it to share it, I think.
I got it. Yep.
Oh, wrong one. Other one.
Other one. My bad. What was that?
There we go. So there's the QR codes for the dinner that you can pick up your raffle winnings at. I think we're just about 50% capacity right now. There's we have capacity for 175. Tickets are free. We're working on, so if you're on Facebook, I put an update on the No Life Beekeepers Facebook page about how we got a quote for having it catered through Craft House Pizza, and it's going to cost about $1,500 to cater. And right now, without including the facility, because the facility has been covered, additional donations above the facility, we've had about $1,000 donated. So if we want to cater with the pizza, we're going to have to raise about another $1,000 just so we have enough money also for decorations, door prizes, finger foods, things like that. So if you would like to come, tickets are free, and you can still bring outside food. Even if we have it catered, you can still bring outside food. But if we want to have it catered, we need to raise about another $1,000 for that to make sure we have enough money. Yeah, the QR codes are on there. It's not obligated. The tickets are free. But yeah, we'd love to see everybody there. And any money that we end up not using for the dinner, we're going to add that to whatever the raffle brings in for the Hives for Heroes donation. So awesome. Any money, and I'll be transparent. I'll show you guys what was donated, what was spent, and then what we're donating to Hives for Heroes. Now, I will say there are a few people that donated that want to remain anonymous. So I'll just have anonymous and then the amount that they donated for those people. But yeah, if anybody'd like to get their tickets and donate to that, that'd be great.
I missed how many people are already signed up.
I think it's like 85 right now. So we're about 50% capacity right now. And I will also say that so far we've only been kind of promoting this on these live chats and on the No Life Beekeepers page. Chris and Cayman did mention it on Cayman's chat yesterday. Was that yesterday? Yeah, yesterday.
Yep.
So I'm planning on opening that up and publishing it other places. So other people coming to Nobby are more than welcome to join also. The more the merrier. Up to 175.
So the quote you got for the pizza, does that cover the 175 people?
Yes. So the quote for the pizza, that is like 2 to 3 slices per person, salad, and like some cheese sticks or something like mozzarella sticks, something like that is what that covers.
Because I just did a quick just did a quick math on $1,000 divided by about 150, and that was like $7 a head.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
like $10 a head is all that. That's pretty good price.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, we want to keep this free for everybody because we don't want to deter anybody from coming. We want to be welcoming, and anybody who wants
Sure.
to come is more than welcome. And you don't have to donate. It's just if you would like to, this is what we would like to do with that money that that people are donating. But yeah, we want to keep it free so that nobody gets left out. You know,
We want a bunch of people to get together, have a good time.
Exactly. That's the goal.
We're just enjoy talking to people and having more fun than the vendors will have, like, Michael there at their little party. And, but just to get to spend some time with each other is $7, $10. That's not much, to have a good time with your friends.
Yeah. So again, that flyer's there. It's on the No Life Beekeepers page. The one QR code is to the Eventbrite ticketing site. You have to have a ticket because we can only have 175 people. And then the other one is to my Venmo account where we're holding all the money to be spent on that. If you do send money through Venmo, make sure to say it's for the No Life dinner or the No Life Bee Life dinner or Nabi. Put something on there so I know that that's what it's for. I like Grammy's idea there about she's going to have a traveling bee and you have to turn it into her booth and get a free bee.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Good idea. But if anybody has any questions about the Hives for Heroes raffle or the dinner, just feel free to contact us or throw your questions up there or anything like that.
So there were a few people in the last couple of years that don't do anything electronic with money. And if you'll mail me the check like you have in the past, I'll get that converted over and give it to Hive for Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
So I want that to be an option for people too, in case there are people like that. Also, there was a little it's like a GoFundMe type account when you go into that and fill it out. So when you get to the end, they will be asking you for like a little donation fee or whatever for the service.
The Hives for Heroes raffle.
Yes, I'm talking about the Hives for Heroes raffle. But I think Melissa said you could opt out of that. Melissa, can you adjust that amount that they're asking for? Or is that
so I don't know that you can adjust it. I think you can opt out of it. So Ricky, will you bring the Hives for Heroes one up again?
Yes.
Please. Let me see. I'm going to scan this real quick because so if you go to their website, donate. I'd just like to donate as I'm doing one time. Okay, so when you get to the pay part at the top, you will see. Okay. I don't know if I can show this effectively. So at the top right here, you see it says $25. Well, then it says plus like $2.31 processing fee. If you hit edit on there, you can either it says cover the fee, which little check mark says cover the fee. If you click, you can click off of that. And so then it removes the processing fee. So I don't know if that means that then Hives for Heroes gets $2.31 less. So there are processing fees with that website. You can either choose to pay that or take it off. So I think he's hiding out. I don't know where he went.
He's in the back room somewhere typing stuff.
Probably.
What he's doing.
Yeah. So yeah, you can remove the processing fee if you don't want to pay it. Again, I don't know if that means that processing fee comes out of your donation. I'm not sure. But anyway, there's that.
And while we're on some of this subject, Todd did send me a message and say that they will be on Wednesday night next week.
Hold on one second. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nope, that's fine. Todd and Brian will be on next Wednesday night, following the stream team, 8 Eastern, 7 o'clock Central time, I think. So that's what he's got on here. So don't forget that. Don't expect him to come on after us. If you can catch him Wednesday night, that would be great. So
Mark Zenner has a comment at 8:26 for raffle. So the raffle ticket isn't $25. That was just me. If you do a raffle ticket, you have to put in all your information. I just put in a straight donation of $25. So that the raffle tickets are not $25.
Yeah, they're $5.
Yeah. So your type on 3 is great. Everybody more than needs it. Trust me.
Even better if it's type bottom 3.
yeah, top bottom. You know, Brian, I don't know if I can handle you not being there. I feel like, it's on purpose. So, Brian's, yeah, it's all about work. I got you.
Yeah. Tom in the back room editing the menu. I think he's just hiding out in the back room tonight.
It's funny.
Put him in timeout. I think you're right, Grammy. Put him in timeout.
Everybody needed a break from his nonstop jabbering.
That's the fun part when you get on a stream.
All right, Melissa, make a note. I'll make an image for you. I'm gonna give them to peer pressure. They have to go to their No Life Beekeeper dinner to pick their stuff up.
Okay.
So it'll get you another ticket or 2. And I'm gonna do a dog bed, so you can try to win one. And I'll also do 20 deep frames of their choice. Make it something easy to carry. So.
You need to tell us about these dog beds. This is the first I've heard of them.
Mm-hmm.
So one of our product lines we've been doing since the early 2000s are pet beds. We make everything in house. Like we do all the injection molding and sewing and powder coating and everything. And what it used to be was we've done school furniture since the 80s. So we used to do kids' cots. And we had one that was like a little 22-inch by 22 demo that people would like hang on the wall in their shop. It's like just a demo just to show what the stuff's made out of. Somehow a trainer saw one and was like, hey, these would be great target trainers for my dog classes. Like they're place boards to take everywhere with them. And they started buying them. So we started making them in a heavier material and using stainless hardware, like all the grommets in them. So, if a dog pees on it, it's not going to rust. And made a bunch of sizes. And now dog beds do 70% of our business.
Wow.
There is no season. They're 12 months out of the year, nonstop, solid all the way through.
Nice.
People wouldn't spend money on their kids for cots, but they'd spend even more money on the exact same thing for their dog.
Wow.
So we discontinued we discontinued cots and mats for kids years ago, but we just keep expanding the pet lines.
Wow.
That's cool.
So yeah, we've got a line. It's called 4 Legs for Pets. So when you see the boxes and things and pictures, it doesn't make any sense, but it's us. It's all done in house. So we do lots of printing and stuff, and we have seasonal cots. In the spring, we have a bee one. So we're just kind of like, hey, give me some bee cots, I'll take them. People have dogs here, but we do all the seasonal stuff and tons of colors, and it's just one of those other things to throw there just because we make them. It's like everything else. We're probably one of the upper end expensive ones, but it's like the frames. We make them to last about forever. Yeah. Unless you got a dog that likes to dig and destroys the covers over time, we sell replacements, so you don't have to go out and buy like a brand new thing or anything like that.
There's a picture of it down there, Ricky.
Okay, I'll say thank you.
So yeah, if beekeepers want some fun beekeeper prints, I'll have them make up some little beekeeper people in their little suits with their little smokers or hives or whatever. Because because in the pet stuff we run like 26 different colors, so there's like thousands of combinations you can do. So it's a lot more things you can choose from than like just the bee frames. So yeah, well, I'll find a good. Well, they have different sizes of them. I guess I could give them the option because you never know if you have a little dog or a real big one. So some people get big ones because they have 3 little dogs that like to sleep together. You know.
Todd, I
Tom's
don't
going to
know.
be in the doghouse pretty soon.
I know. Todd and Tom. I might need 2 of those.
I had a text discussion with Tom about the sizing and our longest ones. He said Melissa's feet would still hang off the end. So I've got square tubing. I could make a really like a adult sized custom one and make a custom oblong thing so you could stick him on it.
Oh my gosh. So this weekend we had an all weekend market and we had to get there really early. Well, on Saturday we had to help Andrew set up at one market and then we had to go to another market. And it was so slow when we first got there just because of where our booth was that I wish I had a cot that I could have curled up on and taken a nap for about an hour before people started showing up.
Well, so you can train them because like our trainers, a lot of trainers get these and they'll get their logos on them and they use them in their classes. So like when they their board. So you just have to train Tom to always go to it and lay on it. And no matter where you guys go, when you put it out, he'll go and sit there and stay on it.
Yeah. I'll get him a shot collar when he doesn't go to the right place.
You want to? You could strap it on his back, and all he's got to do is lay on his back and kind of curl up and take a nap. And you can see him running around Nobby, taking naps and popping up and just jabbering a mile a minute and taking naps.
little power naps.
Power naps all the hallways everywhere.
Todd, I don't know that Nobby can handle you and Tom loose on your own. I'm a little bit worried.
I do think you need to get that shot collar on him, Melissa, to tone him down a little bit, you know?
I know. Well, there was Brian Flower Street. There are a couple times that he got away from Jen, and I think that, might have.
with the credit card.
Cool.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
JW is going to watch him, Melissa.
Yeah, I'm sure. Can you imagine? Mm-hmm. They may be loose. I might try to get into that candle workshop here. The Nobby classes, they open up tomorrow, I think at noon or 11 or something like that. I might try to get into the candle making class. So you might get an hour, Todd. You might get an hour.
Last night on Cayman Stream, Tom said he was signing you up for every class.
I
know. That's funny.
Oh, he's a mess. He's a mess, that's for sure.
So, Michael, tell me, do you have all your stuff ready for Nobby? I mean, is the order still pumping in? What's going on with you and Nobby? So let's hear about this.
That's a no.
You're funny. Yeah. You see this thing? I've been sketching out, trying to get booth layouts and designs today around people coming by. I'm so far behind and trying to figure out how I'm even laying it out. It's ridiculous. So now I'm way behind. I've got a few weeks. I got to get it figured out.
It sure is a hustle, and I tell you what, you think you've got a lot of time, and the next thing you know, the days and the weeks are passing by faster and faster and faster. You're like, oh, I still got so much to do. So I feel you, brother.
I've got to get ready for Nobby, and then when we get back from Nobby, a few weeks later, we've got to go up to Madison for the EMBA. Then 2 weeks later, we're in St. Louis. I'm sorry, Madison for the Midwest. 2 weeks later, we're in St. Louis for EMBA. So I pretty much have to get all that ready before Christmas. Get all that settled. So yeah, I'm still in that point where I don't know how much to take, how I'm going to get it there. If I don't sell enough, how I'm going to get it back. If I'm losing a fortune, no clue.
Are you seeing anything with the tariffs? Is any of that bugging you on your polymers and stuff, getting what you need to build those frames with it, or are you still okay?
We are okay. We buy enough ahead. We buy truckloads of it. I usually have at least 3 truckloads of material in my building. Same with wax. I have enough wax in there to spray frames probably until summer next year. So like pricing and stuff, no matter what tariffs do, pricing next year's not moving. It's set through 26. So I'm not going to touch it. But yeah, next time we have to order, I usually have to order at least 3 months in advance. So coming in the spring, we'll see what that's going to do. Yeah, it's like the same with steel, everything. It's so hard for us to predict. We have to order stuff so far in advance. No matter what the price is, we're just kind of stuck with it.
Okay. I was just curious if it was actually affecting you also. So.
Oh yeah, like the oil markets, if they move multiple times a day. Yeah, if I order in the morning instead of in the afternoon, it could cost me thousands of dollars a load. Just then you never know what they're going to do. It's it's like it moves 3 cents a pound. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that equals $4,000 or $5,000 sometimes a load. So we're used to it. We just eat it. Sometimes we get lucky and it's a little cheaper, and sometimes we're not so lucky.
That's tough. So
and people don't realize how expensive cardboard is. That's what's crazy.
Yes.
Man, cardboard boxes, geez. You think that stuff's gold.
Well, people think, well, it's just plastic frames, but then like you say, the cardboard, the packing you put into that to keep things from moving around. I mean, it can add up very, very quickly. Oh. I may have lost Michael there.
Yeah, I ordered a few cardboard boxes from Granger, and they're running right around $5 or $6 a piece if you buy 25.
He has the worst luck with hotel internet.
Perfect.
There he is.
The trees. I heard cardboard and then I tried the hotspot to my phone, but my laptop doesn't like doing that very well. So. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, cardboard's crazy. Everything's crazy. Those little just making the labels that I put on boxes on the front of boxes with a little picture on for shows. I mean, that stuff adds up over time. They're big in color, and I make them myself. We have our own industrial label printers. Those things still cost a quarter a label.
Yeah.
Hundreds and hundreds of those, and all that little stuff adds up.
It does. And, you try to buy it in bulk, so that you cut down on the price, but then you've got to look at, well, I still got to have enough cash flow to continue to process other things, so there's a balance there that you've got to deal with. So.
Oh yeah. Just for all the different stuff we make, different lines, just in cardboard boxes in our building, we always have a minimum of $250,000 in cardboard on the floor, just in boxes.
That's unreal.
Some of those get crazy. We do the heavier stuff for like tables and chairs. We have table boxes that cost $30 a box, just for a table.
Wow.
Just go to Sam's. You can get all the cardboard you'd ever need.
Oh yeah.
Boxes, just go to Sam's. Just, they have those big bins full of cardboard. Just use that.
I wish.
Yeah, it'd look real good when you sell those expensive tables and chairs, and they come and show up, and the cardboard just bent around them with some tape. You might not get a reorder.
Oh, did it come back? There it goes. I was about to lose you guys. I was like, really? Come on. And then it kicked itself back in.
So do you want to hear a story recently about kind of like what Philip said, just reusing something from somewhere else and you get all this tape or whatnot? So a couple weeks ago, I did a Walmart shipping. They had a decent deal on quart mason jars. So I had them ship 6 flats of it to our house. And one of them, the top was taped up with clear packing tape. So I thought maybe the plastic just ripped and so secure, right? They taped up the top. So I just took them downstairs and stacked them, where all of our glass is. And I go to open that one because it's taped and I want to make sure nothing's damaged. I cut the tape off and I open a jar and it's fine, nothing. And then I open another jar and I get like a whiff of something. But you know how sometimes your brain like just plays tricks on you or whatever, and you think, well, maybe I didn't really smell that. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I open another jar and I about fell backwards. Somebody had returned these quart mason jars that they had used to store marijuana in.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
It was so bad. And then the next jar I picked up, and there was actual like debris still in the jar. And I was like, what in the world? So somebody left the plastic on the bottom, put dirty jars back in this thing, taped up the top to make it look like, you know, maybe the plastic just got ripped, and returned it to Walmart. And I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible. And then I'm looking at the glass. I'm looking at them like a little bit closer. And one of the jars actually had some really faint red marker on the top of the lid that even said like the strain of the material that was in the jar. So then immediately I take it back to Walmart, right? Because I'm like, I want to exchange this. You know, I'm not even going to try to wash this because I don't know if that smell is going to come out of these jars. And so she's like, I'm so like, they were like flabbergasted at how it even got put back on the shelves, look, the packaging looking like it did. And were just appalled that had happened and embarrassed. I'm like, that's fine. I just want to return this. And so she pulls up my receipt to return it. And she's like, well, I would return it for you, but I can't because it says you already returned all 6 of those flats. I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah. I go, well, clearly I haven't. I have it in my possession. She's like, oh no, I'm not doubting you. Because she's showing me her screen. And she's like, the only way that this particular return can happen is the driver actually canceled the order and did the return. I go, well, I have all those in my basement, you know, with the exception of this one. I go, and I wasn't even home when the delivery driver dropped these off. So I couldn't have even complained when they were being left at my house. She's like, I don't know, but if you want to go, you know, exchange this one out and you know, get a new box or whatever, like, yeah, that'd be great. I definitely do not want these back. So it's a really strange situation all the way around.
Well, maybe he found whose jars those belonged to then. Maybe he used everything up, was trying to return them to get his cash back from storing them.
I don't know. I don't know if they can track who delivered those, that, you know, delivery, or I don't know. It was just
so. Did you not get charged for the jar since they had been returned?
Because when she said that, because I use my credit card when I pay for stuff online, right? So I had the app, so I'm like pulling up my credit card, and sure enough, like that order never got charged to my credit card, or it got charged and fell off. You know, I don't know, but yeah, that charge is not on my credit card.
So I've got a similar story without the weed, of course. I ordered a big order from Berlin Packaging, and when they came in, 6 cases of jars that I ordered, I thought I was ordering 9-ounce hex jars, but on the outside of the package it said 12-ounce. So they had messed up on some lids. They sent me all of one size lid, and they left off like 82 lids that were a different size. So I contacted them and took pictures and told them that, you know, they messed it up. So I'm sitting in my office one morning. I got an email that said, urgent, here's return labels for those jars. And they were bringing the new jars, the replacement jars. They were sending them. No, they weren't going to charge me shipping or anything on them, and they're just going to switch them out. Well, I got a call, and I don't know why. It was a number I didn't recognize, and I answered it, and it was the guy. He was saying, we're here to pick up 6 boxes. And I was like, of what? He goes, I don't know. We got an order. It was FedEx is who it was. And I said, I don't know anything about that. I didn't call in any order. So then I went to check my email, and sure enough, like an hour or two before that, they'd sent me an email with 6 FedEx labels. Now, get you, they send this all in a one big package, but they literally wanted me to put a label on each little box and give it to FedEx. Well, I missed that opportunity, so I called their service number and I explained to them what's happening. And meanwhile, well, actually, let me back up. A couple of days before that, Noah, we had gotten some jars from Amazon. And when we opened the ones from Amazon, they were supposed to be 9-ounce X jars, both of them. And we were like, wait a minute, these are the same size. So they had sent me the correct jars, just the boxes marked 12-ounce instead of 9-ounce. So I immediately, when I realized that, I contacted them. I said, I still need the lids, but I don't need the jars. You guys sent me the right jars. Okay. But they ignored that email and sent me more jars and gave me a credit for the jars that they had sent. So here I am. Okay, do I resend it? And I told no. I said, you know what? I think I can use those jars. But they'd already credited me, so I've got to call them and say, look, I know everything's screwed up. Just charge me for the 6 cases of jars, okay? Because I don't want to feel like I got something for nothing, because it was kind of my mistake that I didn't verify the size of what, I just assumed based on what was on the outside of the box. So we're all getting free jars here but your story reminded me I need to call them and try to explain to them. But these big corporations, they just have a process they go through.
Mm-hmm. So Todd up there said send it to him. That's popular to do the THC infused honey. So a couple years ago, a guy called us about buying a 5-gallon bucket of honey, which we sell 5-gallon buckets all the time. So it wasn't anything out of the ordinary, but he pulls up in this white van, wanting this 5-gallon bucket, and he comes to the door and he looks a little suspect. He was nice enough, but he definitely looks suspect. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna THC infuse this honey and sell infused honey. Like, I've got a lot of customers waiting on me. He's like, I can throw your name out there. I'm like, please don't. like I'm good. We're good. But
There's
left
a few things you don't want to be known for.
Yeah, he left some stickers with us, and the sticker was the name of his thing was Tony's Tonics. I don't even know. We never even heard from him again. But anyway, his sticker that he gave us, he's like, here, take some stickers. It was a pot leaf with a chihuahua in the middle of the pot leaf, right? And so he hands them, and we just threw them like on the entertainment center or whatever. And they just sat there forever, because what am I going to do with the sticker? And our nephews came over, and at the time, I think our one nephew was probably like 4 or 5. And he sees a sticker, right? He's a 4-year-old kid. He's like, can I have this sticker? I'm like, you go right on ahead. So
oh, no. Send him home with that
sticker. Sticker home that evening.
I'm tired of you coming to visit anyway. You'll never get to come back.
Yeah, it was funny. I cannot stand the smell. And in Missouri, it's legal. It's been legalized here. I don't know if it is where all it is legalized, but that's what drives me nuts about it, is just smelling people and that smell on them. Like, I hate going into a store and just smelling hot. Like, I can't stand the smell. Like, yeah. You do you, but like, I don't care what you do. I just don't want to smell it.
Yeah. I'm the same way. I had a roommate that he always liked to mess with it, and I was like, can they make it smell decent? I'm not going to try it until it doesn't stink.
Did you see that message Todd posted, the price that fella's getting for the infused honey?
That's crazy.
Wow.
I didn't see that. Where was that at?
3.75 ounces. Okay.
Yeah.
I could probably get past the smell.
No, what you do is you just
smells
hire
like money
people.
to me.
That's right.
At that price, you just hire some people that don't care about the smell. Like Tom
mean,
had to. Tom had
A
to
lot
go
of
get
people are. A lot of people are offended by the fall hunting. You know, I could get past that.
That guy needs to get a booth at Nobby.
Yeah, killing.
Yeah, Tom had to go give a snow removal bid to a local dispensary here near us. So he had to walk into the dispensary shop and he's like, oh, the smell is just. No, I agree, DC. Like like I said, you do you. I have no issue with anybody doing what they want to do. I just don't want to smell it. I cannot stand the smell. It smells like money.
Yeah. Well, it's like some people don't know this, but I'm allergic to like cigarette smoke. It'll set me off. I'll start sneezing and carry on. So nothing against anybody that smokes. It's just it just sets me off. So.
Well, it's legalized in Missouri. Is that close enough, Grammy? Well, there we can all ship it to James, and he can bottle it all for us.
Just set up shot at James's place. We'll be good.
Man.
Yeah, I agree, DC. Some perfumes. I go to church, but there's some of them ladies put some of that perfume on, man. I leave the church and I'm dying. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, that little dab will do you. Don't some folks don't pay attention.
They don't. Yeah. Sure.
A little dab's good. A whole bunch of dabs is better.
Yeah.
Oh, JW.
Oh, JW.
What are we gonna do with you?
That old bourbon honey that Melissa and Tom's got, it's got to be the worst thing ever.
I'm gonna tell you what, it's so horrible, but it, apparently, but it sells really well. People must like nasty things, I guess.
Yeah, I've sold a bunch of it today already.
I'll see.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, I did a bourbon honey. Then I took my bourbon base and used that to make hot honey with too. People like that even more than just straight bourbon.
Well, I was going to take ours and do a little bit into our creamed honey and do like a bourbon creamed honey, but I haven't had time to do it yet.
Yeah, if people don't know, I'll mention this real quick. I did have an episode with a smoker.
Oh yeah,
and the only difference I did was put a McDonald's napkin in that smoker. Now, I don't know if it was McDonald's, if it was something else. I don't know, but I actually set such an allergic reaction off that I could not hardly breathe. I thought I was actually going to die. And
probably whatever their napkins are made out of, I would imagine.
Probably. I'm not sure, but I actually sat by the creek for about 20 minutes before the first responders got there, and they took me straight to the hospital. I swear, the Bible says that you don't know when your last breath is going to be, but I tell you what, folks, I was right there by the river saying this is going to be the last one I'm going to breathe. So it was bad. So,
really?
Yes.
Man, are they going to write that up in your obituary that a McDonald's napkin killed you? That's
I'll buy a Mickey D's napkin.
It would either be that or the Taco Bell food that I eat all the time that my wife likes to make fun of.
Well, yeah, at least your wife would get a big settlement from McDonald's. So that's one bright side, right?
Yeah, exactly. She's set for the rest of her life, so.
Well, you're not supposed to smoke the napkins, Ricky.
Yeah,
Yeah, they might have a defense. It probably.
I think they should still have a disclaimer on that napkin. It just shouldn't be able to smoke.
You're right.
They got away with the coffee deal, right?
Yeah. Do not burn napkin in a pea smoker.
Do not use napkins for rolling papers.
Ricky, do you have asthma? DC's asking. Besides
Yes,
that, you have asthma regularly?
Yeah, I do have asthma, and I have to take an emergency inhaler. It's supposed to be with me all times, and sometimes I don't have it with me, and that's quite dangerous.
See, Brent said maybe it can kill Varroa, Mike. Then we'll all be putting.
McDonald's had the answer all along, and we just didn't know it. So this last, we were talking about the bourbon barrel stuff. This last barrel we did was a hot mess. Like it was I guess it was too dry because we'd been keeping them in one of the shipping containers out at the shop, and I guess it just got dry. And then we had it in the garage while we were doing extractions where we had fans and the dehumidifier going. So I'm sure that didn't help the barrel any. So these barrels, or this barrel, was basically leaking on us from the get-go. And we had to put pans underneath the middle, the sides of the barrel to catch everything dripping out, because otherwise it was all over because we keep the barrel in the garage. It was all over the garage floor. We lost so much honey this last batch from it dripping out of those barrels. But anyway, so once we got those pans, we'd let it drip out of the pans for so many days, then filter it back out, and then pour it back in the barrel. And it was just a messy process. So if you're going to do bourbon barrel aged honey in a barrel, be sure to have plenty of pans to put under the barrel, or make sure that the barrel's not dried out.
You take some beeswax and just seal the cracks.
There you go.
Yeah. And that's what we'll do. Well, I might not do beeswax because that's expensive, right? And I have better uses for that. I might order some paraffin wax off of Amazon and seal the outside of the next barrel we do, just to make sure that we don't have to have that big, huge mess.
When I used to do some boxes, and it works good for that too, take some beeswax, and I would melt it, and I'd take just a little bit of corn oil or vegetable oil and pour with it. So when it hardens, it's super thick, almost like a salve. So it's pliable.
Yeah.
Then if you use those to fill the cracks in, it'll actually have some give. So when the barrel swells and contracts, it'll actually stay sealed instead of cracking and leaking through the wax crack.
Yeah.
You can buy some stuff for that, but yeah, you can just get paraffin or something and just.
Well, I was just planning on using.
Seams.
Yeah, I was just planning on using paraffin because you can get 10 pounds of paraffin for $30. 10 pounds of beeswax is, a lot. It's like $200.
Yeah, you might make.
I can sell a lot of candles in 10 pounds.
You buy a wholesale. I get it way cheaper.
Well, I know that, but I can sell a lot of candles for
Yeah.
with my beeswax, but whatever.
Well, I think that might not be a bad idea. I make a
plastic wrap.
I make a wood conditioner with beeswax and mineral oil. So, it's like 6 parts mineral oil to 1 part beeswax. So it stretches it out. I bet that would work on a bourbon barrel and keep it moist. And
the problem is, if you're going to try to reseal the barrel for somebody to do something in and finish it, you're messing up how the barrel is going to breathe and contract. So you may not be able to resell it after that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe the wrap it in stretch wrap might be a good thing to try. Because if you're if somebody's going to take bourbon and put back in it to honey finish it, they need to be able to breathe and get their angel share to evaporate, and sealing it up really well is really going to mess that up.
Seems like to me, if you put shrink wrap around it, you'd get honey behind the shrink wrap. But maybe then it would seal itself. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be a sticky mess probably, but you could at least take it outside and blast it with the water hose. Or let your bees clean it up maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Some drunken bees.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, it is 10 o'clock, and we will go ahead and cut off. Michael, I hope you have a safe trip down there, brother. And we will see everybody next Thursday. Remember, Todd and Brian will be on Wednesday night after the stream team. So if you want to catch them later and listen to some of the stuff they're talking about, that would be great. So until next time, God bless.
Night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.